You know what? This has been a really horrible week in a lot of ways. Are you still?
Yeah, my shirt.
You're taking care of your. All right.
Just trying to look as least fat as possible.
You look great. You look
I
fantastic.
appreciate that.
But
I color coordinated.
And I'm red. You're blue. Which political week? I suppose we can touch on that later. But
who won?
Well, we did. We won.
Thank you,
America.
Yeah. Well,
let's try to be positive. I can tell you're positive.
I got it. I'm trying.
This is the worst week ever because I realize now I'm like the angry old uncle.
Why?
That I just don't get my nieces and nephews.
Why, you a drunk or what?
No, not that. I'm not the drunk uncle. It's not like holiday season where I'm going to be showing up and have
That's my role. I love that role.
You don't have any? Do you have nieces and nephews?
Yeah, Fallon does. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
so you're the drunk uncle?
Of course. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I went back, got to see my nieces and nephews, deer hunting.
Yeah.
And I realized that my nephew Kobe is not social anymore because he has Snapchat. And I basically went after him for like 2 hours. I said, I don't get it. Why do you have to be on your phone all night with Snapchat?
I think.
Are you
how
a
old is
Snapchat
he?
guy? 17 or 16? 16, 17.
For anyone over 18 and over.
Then beyond.
18 and over. All you do is send pictures of your parts. That's all that's for. Literally.
He couldn't have been doing that because we were all sitting in the living room together.
Sure,
so
that's why I
happening.
said 18 and over.
That's for college?
Yeah, well, of course.
All right.
I mean, I'm not on. I deleted Snapchat when so many people were sending me pictures of their bowel movements.
Nice.
I'm not kidding you.
That's
I deleted
classy.
it. Yeah, stop that.
All
Gross.
right.
I
So
don't wanna
Kobe,
see
get
that.
a haircut, get off Snapchat until you're in
Yeah.
college, and then take nasty pictures. And
I wasn't saying that
send it
Kobe
to
was
people.
doing that.
All right, let's start the show. You're watching MeatSauce and Monty. I'm Matt Montgomery. He's Paul MeatSauce Lambert. You know, I'd rather talk about social media and teens and like my angst of being the angry uncle than talk about Vikings,
Yeah, it's bad.
Gophers, Timberwolves,
It's bad.
Wild.
It's bad. They won though.
But is there?
They won 2-1 today.
We'll get to the Vikings. That's obviously our very first thing. That's our bread and butter. Is there anything to be positive about right now? I mean this seriously. Right now,
Like
are we
in
like
life
loserville?
in general?
No.
My life, no.
Well,
but yours, maybe.
you're a very happy person.
Yeah.
You're a ray of sunshine in my life.
I try. I'm glad I'm a ray of sunshine in somebody's.
I got you to smile a little bit there.
Yeah.
That's my
I'm just-
goal.
yeah.
Is to get you to laugh or to say that's a really.
I mean,
good
I'm starting to look on TV like one of those people from Twilight. I'm so damn pale. It's bad. It's just, I mean, I'm blending into the background of that tea. You can't even
It could
see
be
my
you or it
hand.
could be the lighting here at the CW. I'm not the CW; they're wonderful
No,
people,
the
but it could be the lighting.
no.
You're very. You got a good,
I need to get out, like go somewhere nice. I like to
a rosy hue.
drink like in like vacation spots.
Yeah.
I like going. My ideal vacation would be to go to a beach and just get bomb drunk for 6 days.
Nice.
That's it. I don't like to do activities. On
That's your vacation? Just sit on
That's
the
what
beach?
I would like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, play a little golf. Yeah, get drunk on the golf course. Yeah, just not be I have no. I don't want to have any responsibilities.
You do?
I don't know if Fallon would go along with it, but that's what I'd like to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, vacations with MeatSauce. Maybe we'll arrange that. We'll get some travel company
Well, if somebody
to
will pay
sponsor
for it.
the
I'll
show.
go anywhere and
Right.
drink. I go to Russia and drink.
All right, let's talk about the Vikings. We might as well. What subject do you want to avoid most? Would you rather not talk?
The offensive line.
You don't wanna
'cause,
talk
well,
offensive
We can
line?
talk about whatever.
You want
but
to talk about
it's-
Blair Walsh? You want to avoid Blair Walsh?
Blair Walsh. You throw it at me and I'll see what I can come up
Okay,
with.
let's start with. I'm looking for some positivity here.
Okay.
Let's start Sam Bradford.
Great.
He had a pretty good day.
Sam Bradford's
Statistically,
he's a good
he had a great
quarterback.
day.
Sam Bradford's a really good quarterback, and for all the people that are like harping on Rick Spielman and the whole Rick Spielman thing and how he's ruined this team, Rick Spielman didn't know that in August his offensive line was going to show up and one guy was going to retire. He didn't know that Andre Smith was going to be an absolute liability at right tackle. Now, can you say that's on him? Sure. But when he brought in Andre Smith, it was to compete with Phil Loadholt, who retired.
Out.
Which is fine.
Right.
Phil Loadholt has every right to retire. We still don't know what's wrong with Mike Harris. That mystery
injury.
is just gone unknown. He goes on and John Sullivan gets cut.
Right.
Then you go and you get Fusco, who takes a giant step back. I mean, there's 5 offensive
Berger.
line. There's a starting offensive line they've lost. Right tackle, right guard, center, left guard, kind of. Alex Boone has been terrible, and Matt Khalil. 4 of their 5 starting offensive linemen are no longer either not on the team or on IR.
Well, let's just jump straight to that then. Jake Long, Achilles, out for the year, and
Which
he was the one we
sucks.
picked up.
He's
just a
the
few weeks
best.
ago,
He was the
right?
best one they've had. He's the best, most consistent one they've had on this team, and he's hurt. So now you look at it and you go, well, now what? So now they're going to move Jeremiah Searles to left tackle. Now there's talk that Alex Boone may move to left tackle. This is what this team is dealing with. Right. You can't win games when you have no offensive line. The offensive line on this team is garbage. And now you hear all around the league of all these teams. Dallas, who came back and won today, and Ezekiel had over 200 yards in the game. That Dallas offensive line is going to win them a Super Bowl. Most of those guys, first-round picks. Pittsburgh, high-end picks on that offensive line. All these offensive lines have high-end first-round picks. We don't have one.
We don't.
The best offensive line.
Laquan Treadwell.
Right. The best free agent offensive lineman next year, Matt Khalil. That's it. He's the best name that will be available in free agency next year, Matt Khalil. Matt Khalil may be the savior because they don't have any other move to make. The offensive line is so bad, this team is going. I would doubt that this team, I would bet money this team doesn't win 2 more games.
You don't think we even get
I don't
to
think
7?
no, because now with Jeremiah Searles or Alex Boone playing left tackle, they're screwed.
So real quick, you think the offensive line is the root of everything?
Everything.
We already could say that
They
Sam
can't get a
Bradford
yard.
Right. And
Third and
the
one,
running game, but
running-
you don't put that on Asiata?
No,
you don't
Matt,
put that on,
that's the other
McKinnon?
problem, though. That's the weird part about this team, is that you can look at, like, the Browns. Have they been injury-ridden? I don't know. I'm not a Browns fan.
Who watches the Browns?
No one.
Right.
Not even people in Cleveland. But if you look at the Browns, they're just a bad football team. You look at this Vikings team, they're a good football team when they're healthy. They're not. They can't. Matt Asiata shouldn't be on an NFL roster. He's
Agreed.
a great guy. Shouldn't be on an NFL roster.
Great guy, but
Jerick
he sucks.
McKinnon is not good. He's a one-trick pony back there. He's not a starting everyday linebacker.
Okay.
Ronnie Hillman was on the street. He's not good. So every position that they have is just bad. They ran for, I think, 50-something yards today.
I think I had it written down here somewhere. It was a total of. Yeah,
47
McKinnon
or
was
50,
six runs for
yards.
16.
That's
Asiata
horrible.
9 for 13.
Right, and I
That's
think
pretty bad.
Hillman had 2. They're
Yeah,
bad.
and his were 4 yards.
This team, the only game that you can say with confidence that this team will win will be Jacksonville. Luckily, Green Bay is just hot garbage.
Well, that's
Green Bay is hot garbage.
okay. So Green Bay losing.
I love that
to
Green
Tennessee.
Bay sucks.
Is that the only? I don't want to.
Yeah, the
that's
5
thing that
and
makes
4
us happy
Vikings
today.
beat Green Bay.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's like why
Green
this
Bay
isn't
is
that
losing-
bad. And Detroit's Detroit. They'll mess
Detroit had
something
a
up.
bye, and now they're
The
in first
Vikings
place.
may win the division at 7 and 9, and I'm not kidding. That's how bad this team is. That's how bad this league is. They're bad. The whole thing's bad. Sam Bradford, great. The thing about that, everybody who rips Rick Spielman, and this back to my original point, everybody who rips Rick Spielman and says he cost them too much by giving up, they'd be 1-8 if they didn't have Sam Bradford.
Right.
Sean Hill didn't win that game. The defense won that game, and the defense has been on the bye since week 5. The defense is disgusting.
That's what I was going to say. Okay, real quick. Today's game.
Yeah.
It seemed like we had 2 different teams.
Right.
When we were working, Stephon Diggs, they hit a rhythm. Rudolph, they hit a rhythm.
That was
Thielen,
sweet.
They looked awesome.
Go back to that.
Same with the defense. When they had a rhythm, they were getting stopped.
Right.
Second half, they held them to all those field goals. They didn't give up a touchdown. What is going? How come they're so hot and cold? Do you
I
think
don't know.
is it play calling? Is it just the general momentum of the game?
I don't know, because I think the thing that killed them is they score 20 unanswered points. They look like
Yes.
the team we saw against Houston when they were at their most dominant. We haven't seen that team. That team against Houston hasn't returned from the bye. Then you see this team come out and they score 20 unanswered points, and then their stupid field goal kicker misses that extra point. You can't do that. You can't do that.
You didn't even say his name, so we've avoided Blair Walsh discussion. We're going to take our time out. If you're not depressed now, we've got to beat that dead horse of the Gophers. We've got winter
That
potpourri.
barbecue sauce in my fingers.
You might as well get your beverage because you're going to want to stick around. I'm going to see if MeatSauce knows anything about the Electoral College when it comes to our drinking game.
I didn't go to college.
No, or the Electoral College. Or
Is that-
did you? I don't know.
No, I didn't
Let's
go to
take our
college.
first break.
What's that? Is that where like you learn to be an electrician?
Maybe. All right, welcome back. Vikings lose, Gophers lose,
Gophers are
lose.
horrible.
Everybody, you know, see,
They're horrible.
no, they're not horrible. And
Yes,
here's
they
what I was. Last night I watched the game.
They should be 3-7.
I was getting to the, I was getting to the point where I said I almost believe that in this team. I had a little bit of faith in Leidner, and I said, if they can pull off this win in Nebraska, I'm not going to be on the bandwagon, but I will give them credit. This was a huge win, great game, and then they completely, S the bed.
Yep.
Interception late. It was just horrible. And then here's what gets me, and this is the discussion point. We could talk stats or whatever. After the game, this is the quote in the paper today that Mitch Leidner says, this was a good learning experience. I just about wanted to punch the wall. Here's why.
Right.
He's a fifth-year senior.
Yeah.
He was picked to be, obviously beginning of the season, he might be a first-round pick. No. Fifth-year senior, tight game, division opponent, you still control your own destiny, and you throw a pick late. You come off, and I get it. Speaking in cliches, these guys have to do it. So, it was a learning experience. He could have come out and said, you know what, this was a disappointment. And we talk about Blair Walsh, the ownership part. He could say, this is on me. I didn't have to try to force that ball in there. It got tipped, it got picked. Horrible loss. Wish we could have that one back. But instead, it's a learning experiance.
For what? Three more games?
Right. What's the learning experience for a fifth-year, 28-year-old?
He'll be a training camp invite. He'll be an undrafted free agent. He may even be a seventh-round pick. He'll make it on some training camp. He'll be on a 90-person roster in 6 months from now, and then he'll never play again. I just don't get how you can't say that. You're a fifth-year senior. A freshman quarterback could say that.
Sure.
A freshman quarterback could say
First-year
that.
kid out of
Not
high school.
Not a fifth-year senior who's like 27 years old.
Good learning experience.
Come on.
He's got a mountain man beard.
No,
to say good experience. No, learning experience.
Take responsibility for that loss and move on. I mean, you can't go, well, it's a learning experience. You lost. You should have won that game. That game would have made them, 8-2?
Right. And that would have been 8-2. That would have lofted them into
a good
bowl game.
Yeah, that's a New Year's Day bowl.
The Wisconsin game to end the year that much more.
Well, now they're going to lose to Northwestern, and then they'll get run over by Wisconsin. And then they'll be 7-5, and then it'll be another one of these. Okay, well, great. They're 7-5. 7-5 with a weak schedule.
Yeah.
They should have won 10 games minimum. 10 minimum.
Well, Iowa they could have won. That was a touchdown loss.
They should have won Nebraska.
Penn State.
Right.
They could have won.
Right.
Honestly.
Right. They barely beat
If they were
Rutgers.
a real team, they would have beat all those teams. All those games.
Man.
They'd be unbeaten.
No, and they're
so
not.
That's why that's right. They are the old Denny Green. They are who we thought they were.
Learning
they
experience.
Beat, right.
That's like me messing up at work and going, well, it was a learning experience. You've been there 10 years, fatty. You can't make mistakes like that.
Were you talking like in third person back to
fourth
yourself?
Person to
or
myself, I don't know who I'm talking to anymore.
You sounded angry there.
I am
Something's going on. All right, Timberwolves, let's get to our winter potpourri. We should have like a bunch of W's in there. The Wolves, is there anything to be excited about? It seemed like this last week they had really good performances from Wiggins. He had 36 points in a loss. The win against Orlando, Zach LaVine, 37 points, 7 3-pointers. And then the big cat, 24 points the other night against the Clippers, but a loss. It seems like they all have individual great games.
They can't all put it together.
That's exact. You took the words right out of my. We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, there's a lot to be excited. Karl Anthony Towns is a phenomenal player. Andrew Wiggins, when he is engaged, he's a dominant player, and Zach LaVine is a very elite player. They don't have Ricky Rubio's great at distributing the ball, but they don't have that. I thought of this last night. I was at the game. You put Chris Paul on that team. If Chris Paul is the point guard.
If he was our facilitator?
They would be a 60-plus win team, maybe even a 65-win team.
You just said a preposterous statement.
No, simply because with Chris Paul on that team, he's a scoring option. Ricky
Rubio
isn't.
No. Right.
So there's no pressure on Ricky. They let Ricky shoot.
You think that's okay? Let's say why that's preposterous. Best case scenario, we're thinking this year they might win 40 games. Mm-hmm. You just said the addition of one player
would
jump them to
Yeah.
60.
Yeah. Of course. What if you put Kevin Durant on this team? They'd be a 60-plus win team. One player in the NBA can make a huge difference.
I'm going to text Common as soon as this is
over. Well, no, it's not a preposterous statement. Chris Paul would make them a 60-plus win team.
Okay.
He's that good.
You're going to stay with it.
Of course. What if you put LeBron James on this team? They'd be a 60-win
team. Now you're making it worse. You're comparing Chris Paul to LeBron James and Kevin Durant.
But LeBron James...
You're trying to bail out looking at your phone being
like, there's nobody on there. But LeBron James took a awful Cleveland team before he left for Miami and took him to the NBA Finals. One player. Allen Iverson took that
76ers.
crappy 76ers team all the way to the finals against the Lakers. They'd be a 60-plus win team with Chris Paul.
I love that you're sticking with it.
I'm
just trying
it's
to
not
poke you and see
preposterous.
if you're.
It's not preposterous.
All right.
It may be. Who knows?
The other W, the Wild. Is there anything? Obviously, we've said this time and time again. Is it too early? Because for me, I'll be honest, don't care yet. Too early because the Vikings have been getting all of my attention.
Yeah.
But the Wild, they had this 4-game road trip. They got the win in Pittsburgh. I think overtime in Ottawa. Anything? Boudreaux said something trying to be motivational that the letdown of the loss in
they won
Philadelphia.
today against Ottawa 2-1. I like this squad. The Stahl character that they picked up is like so far. I think he's got like 10 points in their last 9 games. He's one of those guys where in Minnesota we see all the time where they pick up this guy and oh great, he's gone back to how he was 3 years ago and he hasn't been a better player. That's worked out. I think this team will be good. I think the Wild will be a really good team. I think it's the perfect combination with putting Boudreaux on this squad. They'll get Parisi back. This is a very good hockey team, but nobody notices because the Wolves and the Vikings and everything else that's going on. So I think they'll be good.
A little bit of positivity. I love that.
Yeah.
We were trying to get people's attention at home. That's why Girl on Girl is in our subject. That was Todd's idea.
Who's Todd?
You know Todd.
No, I don't know Todd.
Todd's been doing the P90X. He's going to do a shirtless scene for us. It's going to be a ratings grab here in November.
No one will see that because there is no Todd. It's you, me, Steve in the other room. There's no Todd.
Girl on Girl, that's supposed to be an MMA reference. There was a UFC fight, title fight. You said you watch every little bit.
I haven't watched UFC since.
But you knew who Misha Tate.
Yeah,
you knew
of course.
that she retired.
Yeah, because I'm on Twitter 24/7.
Because you have an addiction.
I do. Yeah, it went from smoking cigarettes to Twitter. But that's.
Why aren't you having an undershirt on tonight? I just noticed.
I don't wear undershirts. I hate wearing undershirts.
Oh man.
Who cares?
I gotta stand further away. Oh God, dear God.
Go on.
Get your drink ready and try to hold your lunch. I'll get the close up on the
cares?
chest.
I
You're
hate
like John
undershirts.
Stamos now. I love
Right.
it.
I hate undershirts. I hate them. They're horrible.
Get your beverage ready. We're going to talk Electoral College. We're going to see if MeatSauce knows anything
I feel
about
like 10 pounds of grocery stuffed in a 5-pound bag when I wear an undershirt. It's horrible. I hate undershirts.
Let's take a break.
Plus, I dressed before Fallon got up this morning.
All right, welcome back. For those of you that watch every week, this is our drinking segment, and the FCC allows us to do this. That's why these cups, you can't see what it is, but we know what it is. And this week, politically, has been pretty tough, so I asked Todd to give me a double for this one. And our segment, our theme tonight is the Electoral College.
Okay.
I'll help you. I'll give you clues. We won't have to hit it quite too hard, okay? Do you know what the Electoral College is? And you can be funny or you can be serious.
No, seriously, I think it's the number of senators you have.
You know what? Save that. That's going to be one of the questions here. But anyhow, all right.
Isn't that what it is?
Well, you're getting close. You're getting close.
But the Electoral College.
Okay. There's 538 total points in the Electoral College. Mm-hmm. So how many points are required to get the absolute majority to win?
270.
Oh, sweet. Look at you.
Yeah.
You paid attention?
Yeah, I went to a safe space this weekend.
You kept a paper and you read and 270.
I don't want to get into it.
Okay.
Yeah, 270. I knew that. I watched.
Good for you. Well, that's all right. Well,
I like that stuff. I'm not,
You're doing
I do
really
play an idiot on TV.
No, I know, and that's why I said you can be
now
funny
watch
or you
me
can be
bomb
serious.
the hell out of this one.
Well, they get a little bit tougher.
Okay.
Since 1836, statewide winner-take-all has been the way that everybody's handled it, except for 2 states. In 1972, one state switched it, and in 1996, another state, so that they divvy up their electoral votes. It's not winner-take-all. Can you name the 2 states? And if you need a clue, I'll give you a clue.
I'd like a clue, because that's like 48.
The state capitals
Okay.
are Augusta.
Okay, that's Georgia.
Wrong.
Damn it.
Wrong. I should do it. Wrong.
Okay.
That's Maine. And the other one is Lincoln.
Nebraska?
Yep. Okay,
Wait.
so you get a half there.
The capital of Maine is Augusta?
Augusta. Yeah, Augusta,
Is that where they
Maine.
play the golf tournament?
No, but see, now I can tell you're bidding this up. I can totally tell. That's why you're like, you should have said Atlanta
didn't know
instead
that.
of Georgia.
No,
What's
no,
the state of Atlanta?
Like, what's the capital of Chicago?
Right, I know. That's fine. You could have gone that route. That's all right.
I'm trying to be serious.
Now,
I'm
this
dressed nice today.
Okay, so what you said before, go back to that. What determines a state's value of electoral points?
The amount of senators it has.
That's part right. Everybody has the same amount of senators.
The population.
Can you be more specific?
How many people live in the city?
No. All right. See, I'll give you a half. Every state has 2 senators. So this is like 9th grade civics all over
Really?
again.
I don't
Yeah,
think
but the
I
House of
passed that.
Representatives is based on
Is it
your
then-
population.
okay.
So they take the census data, and it's the number of your reps plus your senators.
Yeah. This.
So, see, was that too that was too complicated?
No,
you
but
don't
it's
watch
sad
CNN?
that a 34-year-old doesn't know that. No, I watch CNN.
Did you vote on Tuesday? You don't have to. You don't. I'm not asking who you voted for. I'm just saying,
No.
did you vote? You didn't.
No, I didn't vote.
You know
As
what?
George Carlin once says, I don't vote, and then I can complain about it. You can't blame me when it all goes to hell. He never voted.
You're George
Why?
Carlin?
Yeah, of course. He always says, I don't vote, because then when it all goes to hell, you can't blame me. And it's going to hell, according to
it's not his fault.
75% of the universe.
Oh boy. All right. Let's try to get this back on the tracks, shall we? All
You're
right.
the one who's talking about electoral colleges.
And you're doing very well.
Thank you.
I'm proud
Thank
of
you.
See, you know what? Ever since the election, I'm trying to be very positive and nice
Yes, so
to
am I.
humanity
Yeah,
instead
course.
of
I'm nice to a
how
lot
other
of
people are. Can you name 4 of the 6 largest states in the United States for the electoral college value, which is basically population?
Yeah, California,
Yep.
Texas,
Yep.
New York,
Yep.
Florida.
Yep. See if you can run the table. 2 more.
That's 4.
Yeah, I said 6.
I
Can
thought
you
you
name
said
4 out of
5.
6? Chicago.
Illinois
Yeah.
and
Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
Pennsylvania.
Oh,
See,
either way.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Damn it! I thought the state was.
I think I got you on that one.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Washington, D.C. is not a state, it's a
No.
district.
Yeah, it's a district of.
This is like a true or false.
Okay.
Does it have
Yes.
its own electoral value?
False. No, Virginia does. Maryland. West Virginia. I don't know. No. Yeah. No. No. It doesn't.
So what's your final answer?
No.
Yes, it does. It's
Damn it.
3. So you went everywhere with that one. Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia. Yes, no, maybe. All right. Minnesota
Yeah.
has 10 electoral votes.
Yeah.
And due to the 2010 census, where does our state rank? Because I saw some people say, oh, Minnesota's a small state, and I'm glad we have the electoral. I'm like, we're not a small state.
No.
After the population, the census in 2010, where does Minnesota rank out of the 50 states? And I'll give you a clue. We're in the top half. You can kind of.
17th.
That's very close. I'll give you
16th?
that. 19th. We're 19th.
That's pretty good.
We're
I'm
not.
proud of
We're not
Minnesota.
small. I know people say we're flyover country. We're not tiny. We're doing okay. All right, let's try to get one more in here. How many times has the popular vote differed from the electoral college?
Well, it did this year.
Yep.
That's 1.
Yep, and when else?
I think it did last year. Didn't or no, 4 years ago.
No,
last time. I
not-
thought Romney had the popular vote.
No, keep going. No.
2012.
Yeah, no, that's
That's not right.
no.
Because didn't Trump freak out about it, saying that the electoral
Go
college
back.
is
Go
a
back.
joke?
Go back to
2008?
No,
4,
2000.
2000,
Al Gore.
and Bush.
Yeah, that was one. But so how many
Is that the
times
whole
has?
Florida thing?
Yeah. So how many times?
God, I'm old.
It's 5. It's 5 times for those of you
5.
keeping track at home.
I didn't know.
Drink
How
the rest
far-
of your beverage. We need to have our last break. 5 times. John Quincy Adams, 1824. You
That's not
don't
a
remember
person.
that?
No.
Is John Quincy Adams part of Todd's lineage? Let's take a break.
No one knows who Todd is.
Well, he's related to John Quincy Adams, apparently.
Like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook. These episodes live forever, so if we say something preposterous, go to YouTube. You'll be able to find it. Yeah, that's our social media, right? You going to do anything fun on Twitter tonight?
No.
You're not going
probably
to take any
go to
pictures
bed.
or
No.
do the Snapchat?
No, I don't.
of
I'm
your
not
chest?
on Snapchat.
All
I
right.
could take that out again.
Have a good week.